Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
Driving your vehicle, your pickup, which so many people own, you may be committing a crime. You may be subject to a $500 fine each time you do it.
The city is taking a Fargo man to trial for parking his semi-truck at his home. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Bain. The city says he's violating the law in the process of driving home. The city ordinance says his truck weighs more than what is allowed on residential streets and should only be used on designated truck roads. The man's lawyer is arguing that any pickup truck driving on residential roads would also violate this ordinance. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop explains.
Pickup trucks in North Dakota, they just go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Drivers of pickup trucks can be stopped at any time by the police just because of where they're driving.
Kirshner says his client was given a $500 citation for parking his semi-tractor in his driveway. The city says he is violating ordinance number 8-0923, trucks of 5 ton prohibited on certain streets. The ordinance says no truck or commercial vehicle exceeding 5 tons registered gross weight shall be prohibited in the city of Fargo, except upon truck routes. It lists several exceptions for deliveries and emergency vehicles.
It's all designed to be able to protect the taxpayers' investment in our road system.
But how does this apply to more commonly driven pickup trucks?
See, the trucks themselves may not be 5 tons, but it's the truck and the amount it can carry, which is the gross vehicle weight.
Kirshner says that trucks like this 2014 Ford F-150 would be prohibited because its registered weight is 10,732 pounds.
He has a 2007. Okay. This is the registered weight.
Okay. It's
10,426. So it's greater than 5 tons.
We took that question to the attorney for the city of Fargo. Does that mean just your bigger box trucks, your semi kind of tractors, or is this, some Ford F-150s and larger pickup trucks can weigh over 5 tons?
Yeah, I'm not an expert in trucks and what sizes meet 5 tons or not. You'd have to talk to somebody who is. My understanding is that pickup trucks and things of that nature don't rise to that number of pounds.
Johnson said he couldn't talk in depth about this certain case because the matter is going to trial. Kirshner says his client is being targeted by his neighbors and the city.
The way I understood it was they couldn't find anything else to cite my client for, so they cited him for this. This ordinance has been unenforced for so long.
Kirshner says this ordinance needs to be changed because many people driving pickup trucks can be breaking this law. Fargo police say this ordinance is enforced. In fact, in 2014, 5 citations were issued. In 2015, 4 were issued. And so far, in 2016, 7 citations issued. Fargo police say they do not ticket average pickup trucks. In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
We will bring you any updates as this case goes to trial on April 12th. And we were contacted through our whistleblower hotline about this story. If you discover something suspicious, call our whistleblower team and we'll work to investigate it. You can call our whistleblower hotline now at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A 4-year-old has some bumps and bruises, but is okay after being hit by a pickup in Fargo. Fargo police say the pickup was going south on North University and turned west onto 10th Avenue around 5 p.m. That's when the child and his mother were getting into their car to leave. The 4-year-old ran out into the street in front of the pickup. The man driving was going 20 to 25 miles per hour when he saw the child and slammed on his brakes. The front bumper hit the child and knocked him to the ground. He was taken to the hospital, but no citations will be issued. The North Dakota GOP convention wrapped up in Fargo, proving the 28 unbound national delegates to be far more critical in the presidential race. These delegates will be considered hot commodities since they don't have to commit to a candidate before the national convention in Cleveland this July. This election of delegates took far longer than anticipated after a request was made at the convention that each of the 70 nominees say who they support. After for and against discussion, the request failed, with 748 saying no, 611 saying yes. Senator Ted Cruz had his chance Saturday to sway some of those delegates his way with the help of Carly Fiorina. Today, Donald Trump had Congressman Cramer as he threw in his support for the presidential candidate. Surrounded by Trump supporters, Cramer spoke highly about him being the best candidate to win the November election. Cramer says his online straw poll results are the reason he decided to endorse Trump. He encourages Republicans to unite and stand together in support of him.
If we mess with the momentum that leads to inevitability, we mess with the party itself. And the unity of the party is critical if we're going to win this election in November.
From one local name to a former presidential candidate, Dr. Ben Carson took the stage at the GOP convention to show his support for Donald Trump as well. Republicans cheered as Carson got up to the podium and spoke about his stance against abortion and ending Common Core standards. Carson added that a presidential candidate that understands economics and the importance of education is needed. People clapped and cheered as Carson said Trump is the best choice to beat Hillary Clinton in this presidential race.
The stakes are too high. It's not about us. It's not about our feelings. It's not about whether we like somebody or not. It's about who can win.
John Kasich sent former New Hampshire Senator Gordon Humphrey to pull for his presidential campaign, along with top staffers. A Grand Forks man has been arrested for robbery after trying to shoplift when a Walmart employee confronted him. 30-year-old Brady Veselka was arrested around 6 p.m. last night at the Walmart on 32nd Avenue South. Store employees tried to detain him, but Veselka forced his way past them with a backpack full of stolen items. An employee was slightly injured when Veselka stepped on their foot. Police say he had a small knife but did not threaten anyone with it. Veselka faces charges for strong armed robbery and unlawful removal or deactivation of a theft detection device. And Grand Forks police are looking for a person after a burglary in Grand Forks sometime this weekend. Police say someone entered the Inspire Pharmacy at 360 Division Avenue and took an unknown amount of money and narcotics. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Grand Forks Police Department. The city of Moorhead is continuing its work to beef up business. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons tells us about how the center of downtown Moorhead is trying to change the way it attracts new businesses.
The Moorhead Center Mall is the root of downtown business, hoping to become a chance for new ones to grow.
The management sees its role as the mall as being an opportunity for small businesses to get started.
The mall offers small businesses the option to be a pop-up store first to help them get off the ground.
There's a lot of people, that want to test out a business model or, unsure if it's going to work or not. And I'm very flexible with the lease terms and the pricing because, I want it to work for them as well as us.
The Economic Development Authority sees the mall as an incubation center in the area.
Bridging that gap between somebody starting a business in their home and getting a business up and running in a storefront. Maybe they're outgrowing their home space, but they need a professional setting.
Graffio believes there's an urban legend that doing business in Moorhead is difficult.
If Moorhead was that hard to do business, then we would have shriveled up a long time ago. There are business owners here who didn't end up in Moorhead by chance. They chose to come to Moorhead, and they are staying.
Management says stores like Creatively Uncorked and the Inspire Lab may be leaving the mall, but not because of a lack of shoppers.
The Creatively Uncorked, it was definitely, their decision with the liquor license agreement that they had. Then Inspire Lab, they needed to expand their space.
Some in the community may wonder why Moorhead Center Mall is not like West Acres and Fargo, but those working within it say they have other plans.
I don't want to become a West Acres, nor should we. I want to become, something that's more community-based, more local-based.
In Moorhead, Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
If you're interested in a space in Moorhead, the Economic Development Authority can help. For more information, just visit valleynewslive.com.